Hello guys, can you hear me, Surendra? Hello guys, can you hear me, Surendra? Oh my god. Hello guys, can you hear me, Surendra? Oh my god. Hello guys, can you hear me, Surendra? Oh my god. Hello guys, can you hear me, Surendra? 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 Are you hearing my? I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Are you hearing my? I don't know how. I don't know what's the. Okay. Can you hear me better now? 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 Can you hear me now? Maybe I've understood what's the problem. Okay, now it's perfect. Okay, for now I will be like this. Then I'm obviously planning to bring into the lives a webcam, and other things. But for now, we solved this problem at least. I thought I was on acid for a minute. Yeah, I'm sorry for it, bro. I'm sorry for it, but it's the first time, so I need a little bit of time to understand this Streamlab thing, and then this is more of a live to try how this thing work. So there is so I'm sure, weren't you monetized, Yako? I was previously. I'm not anymore. So I need to build up again a little bit of following. But I had it on this Mode me, Pablo. Yes, later I'm gonna do, let's say one thing. Later, I'm gonna do maybe a group chat on Twitter or whatever you want, guys. Hit me up on Twitter. I have DMs open. You can write me, and if you can and you want to help this project, because it's a new project, I've advanced, like I'm not anymore on playback, as you know. I feel like I want to reach a higher audience. I want to try to go and show also my face in the future and try to bring more content. So if someone really wants to help, that's very good. So let's a little bit on the chat. You might take a lot of time to get used to YouTube. I'm sure about it, my bro. Who should be by at the number 10 role? Yes, that's a good question. I'm gonna answer it a little bit later. We can hear you. Okay, perfect. All right. Hopefully this goes far. Yes, I have all the intentions to go far with YouTube. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and unfortunately, I didn't have the time with work, with other things to really put myself with the head in doing videos. But lives are more my thing, something that I can do, something that I don't need too much time to settle. So I'm sure that this will go far. So have faith, and we will be together for a long time. So now we can talk a bit about football. The thing that I wanted to do is this one, but I'm really, I don't want to put that awful sound again on your ears, but I wanted to see a little bit of Twitter with you also, guys, today, and try to understand what would be our next move as Tottenham Hotspur. So, 44 Milton is saying, afternoon, Jaco, how are we? Very excited to start on YouTube, very excited to get back on my YouTube channel. I really missed being on YouTube, so I'm very excited about it. Who is this Milo, guys? And people are talking about Milo is the Stuttgart guy that was supposed to be our one of the possible alternatives to Morgan Gibbs White, let's say like that. He's a technical player. He's a very good and electric player. He's someone that I would love to have. Unfortunately, today the news is that he's going to Al Ahly. So, and can I be completely honest with this? Like, if someone really wants to go to Al Ahly, he's not really the type of player that I want at my club. Like, nothing against the Arab clubs. They are doing fine. They're doing some good football decision also, but in terms of ambition as a 24, 23 years old player, maybe below, is also 22. Go to Saudi Arabia when you had try to get Twitter. Jaco makes the stream better. Absolutely. I will do it right now. 1 second, guys, and then we'll keep talking about this. So, okay, now you see this. If I go here, you see, okay. So here you see it. The problem is that I don't know how to how to watch Twitter and watch the chat in the same time, you know. So that is my main problem, because I want to maybe go on Twitter, but unfortunately I don't know how to also to see the chat. So meanwhile, I'm just talking with the fans, and then with the chat, and then we will go on Twitter maybe. I still need to understand everything. So I'm really sure that if someone wants to DM me on Twitter and make me understand how to make a live, also that I can watch the fucking chat and I can watch the content that we want to talk about. So yet I'm I'm a little bit of a noob, but so he turned down Spurs and Atletico to go to Saudi. Not really the kind of guy that we want. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, regardless of the qualities of the player. Smartphone for the chat. Am I dumb? You're right. 1 second. I'm taking my phone. You are right. That's a very easy way to solve the problem, let's say. So let me get on YouTube the chat, so we can watch and talk about the things that we're seeing. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way, Writer 307. You really helped me now. And in the future, after I'm soon, we will see also a face reveal for the one that are interested. Not everyone is interested in someone getting a face reveal, I'm sure about it. But I'm really planning to start streaming with the camera. So I'm sure that someone is happy about that. Someone don't care, of course, but I will do it. I don't know if I need to do it with this cam, or I need to bring a better cam, because this is absolutely shit. But I will do it very soon. So this is something that you can expect on this new project. Also, not because I want to do the face reveal because I'm beautiful or something like that, because I'm not, but it's more because I want to do watch-alongs. I want to go to lives of other people also talking about Tottenham, talking about football. So that's something that I need. I'm really camera shy, but unfortunately I need to get over it. So now, talking about football, fucking hell. Because we are here to talk about football, not talking about my appearance for sure. Where I was with the messages. So now that I have this, we can go and check a little bit YouTube. YouTube. Twitter together. So we need striker, Adam is saying. Jaco face reveal will hit harder than a trophy. I really don't think so, Craig, but I'm glad that you want to see it. Face reveal will set Twitter on fire. I'm sure about it. Yes, we are interested. Okay, so Let's see. How will the watch along work on YouTube as you won't have the playback keys anymore? That's going to be a little bit more of a problem. Of course, I can't show the game on here, but we need to understand that unfortunately YouTube will never make me use the rights to watch the game. So we need to do the classic watch alongs that you see on YouTube generally. I know that of course playback was very good for that, but unfortunately the reach of playback was very limited, and I'm very glad of everyone that's really joined the streams on playback in this month, because I really appreciate that. But so the watch alongs will be the classic watch alongs. Yo, Jaco, probably Lillywell spoke about it, but would you be open to Fermin Lopez for the forward position? I would love him. Absolutely love him, Fermin Lopez. I feel like he's very underrated, Fermin Lopez, as a lot of Barcelona players that I will get. Casado is another one. But I feel like Fermin Lopez is very interesting for the right number 10, because I don't think, of course, that Fermin Lopez is a winger, okay, a pure winger, someone that needs to play on the wide areas. There's someone that gets always in the one against one. But the thing that I love about Fermin Lopez, Pablo, is how smart he is as a player, and more of everything. And someone that follows me knows it. That I love ball striking abilities. I love when a player strike the ball absolutely cleanly. Okay, so that's something that Fermin Lopez 100% can do. So he's someone that has smart positioning. He have a very smart also type of shoot. He's a very good finisher. So he's good also without the ball, not only with the ball. And he's a very good presser. Of course, he will be a very good signing. I'm not sure about how realistic that is, to be fair, but Fermin Lopez should be one of the options. But let's put in mind that if we get Fermin Lopez, he's not anymore the human son. He's not anymore that type of profile. I feel like the profile of Heung-min Son is someone like Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman is someone that can step into Son's shoes and do more or less the job that Son was doing before. Okay, so Ademola Lookman can get into the one against one. He's a very good dribbler. He's less smart in certain way than Fermin Lopez, but he's much more direct, and he's someone that really gets the job done. So Son was a lot that type of player that was like he doesn't need too many touches and he will shoot. Lookman have that, so it will be very interesting to see that. You'll get banned doing it. No, I'm not doing the watch alongs as I was doing on playback. Left week we got Solomon Johnson can play there. I don't really believe that we will use Solomon this season, and especially Johnson on the left. Yes, he's an option, but his lack of in one against one quality is just too much. Like for me, sometimes is really a problem. Is really a problem sometimes. So I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, and that basket is Johnson. Johnson will be a very important player, don't get me wrong, next season. His ability to shoot, his ability to be consistently scoring is something that you absolutely can't deny. The problem that I have is that now I'm looking at the way that we play and the way that I would love my wingers to be, and unfortunately, Johnson is not really the type of guy. I'm not saying that he will be useless, but I'm really looking forward more to see Wilson Odobert on the right, on the left, sorry, than Johnson. That's all I'm saying. I feel like Wilson Odobert showed us in these few preseason games that he's really ready to try to make an impact at Tottenham. So that's very important, that we will try to get the best out of a very good talent like Odobert. At the same time, if we need to get someone, I wouldn't go for a profile like Johnson. Thoughts on Grealish has been offered to us. I don't know also about Grealish, okay? I'm not saying that Grealish is a bad player, but I have some concerns about Grealish. So the few years has really been poor by him, like in terms of minutes played, in terms of performances. We didn't have a Grealish that we remember in terms of consistency since maybe 2022, 2023. So that's a problem that I have. On top of that, I feel like Grealish He's a top player in certain ways, but he's limited in other ways. So he's not someone that have the burst of speed. He's not someone that is really, really also a transition type of player in terms of pace. He's a very smart one. He's someone that doesn't lose the ball very easily, but is more like Cruz-esque in certain ways than a human Son. He's not really someone. He's not really someone that have his scoring ability in him. So he's very good in creating opportunity, but he's not someone that ultimately will be the striker, sorry, the finisher, the one that gets the goals. And we are missing someone like Son. So I don't feel like Grealish is a like-to-like replacement or is someone that can put the shoes of Heung-min Son. And I'm not in the wages will be so much. I don't know. I'm really not too convinced about Grealish in general at Tottenham. But he's still a player that will make an impact for us. But I would prefer someone more electric, someone with more pace, like we did with Kudus. In the moment that you saw Kudus stepping on the pitch with Tottenham, you clearly see immediately the difference. Immediately the difference between what we had before and what we have. So I feel like if we need to go and step into a further direction, the one needs to be the one against one players. In my opinion, I would love to have a lot of them in my team. So, 8 players available to go out on loan, including Vuskovic. Yes, we can talk about this. We can talk about this. Absolutely, guys. So let me bring the tweet because I've heard a lot of things. A lot of why I'm not. Okay, Vuskovic is not trending the Vuskovic that we want. No, Vukovic is Vuskovic. Okay, Vuskovic. Okay, here we go. So, in this tweet, we're gonna see Tottenham players made available for loan: Luka Vuskovic, Jamie Donnelly, Will Lancashire, George Abbott, Yamin Hugh, Therese Hall, Alfie Devine, and Dane Scarlett. Okay, so what we think about this? What we think about this? I want also to see your opinion about everything that we're seeing, because I wasn't really on Twitter today. I was at work, so I didn't had the time to check on Twitter, and I'm also very sure that the reactions on Twitter are quite different on this Luka Vuskovic deal. I have a clear idea in mind that I will tell you very soon, but I want also to hear what you think about this. Maybe we'll get a left centre back, left back, so Vuskovic is going. A shocking decision, Adam is saying. For me, so left centre back, left back. If Vuskovic is going, we have a lot of centre backs. Unfortunately, I would love to not rely on Ben Davies for another season for sure, but the reality is that Ben Davies is there. There is Dragozin, there is Danso, there is Van de Ven, and we have already 4 plus Romero. We have 5. So yes, we might get a left centre back, left back, especially as a fullback. I feel like we are a little bit. We don't have too many options as a fullback. But for the rest, I don't feel like we are in need of a centre back in general. Okay, especially then maybe in January things change and you can get someone in January. But I don't feel like as a summer signing is absolutely needed to get another centre back. I feel like this is the best decision for Luka Vuskovic. I feel like uh, this is so. Okay, is the best move for Luka Vuskovic because I don't feel like with us this season he could have got the minutes that he needs. Okay, I don't feel like he could have got the minutes that he needed to develop. This is a top fucking talent. Okay, this is a guy that you really see play and you say, okay, he's a future superstar. You know, this guy is special. This guy is different. We all said it when we watched him, but when you have a talent like this, you need to be very smart. You can't keep someone like Vuskovic only if someone gets injured, then maybe he will get some minutes. No, that's not how you treat him. You need to treat Vuskovic with respect in terms that you loan him on a team that he can play and keep upgrading his level, because let's not forget that Vuskovic started in Poland. Then he went to Belgium. The next step for me needs to be something like Bundesliga. Okay, if Vuskovic can step up into the Bundesliga, get minutes, get good performances, he will come back next season. Okay, now he's ready. And that's how you treat a talent like this. So I'm happy. I'm absolutely happy that we loaned out Luka Vuskovic. That's for sure. Then Jamie Donnelly, I fully understand it. I don't feel like he would have much space for with us. Will Langshire, same stuff for Will Langshire. I don't feel like he will have so much time for us. George Abbott played nice last season in League Two, or was maybe League One. I don't remember, but he played nice. But he's still not ready. We saw it also in the preseason game. He played very well. He played very well without the ball. He was very intense. His pressing was nice. Okay, everything was good. But he heavily lacked, in my opinion, a little bit of technical ability. He was a little bit stiff. So I could see already why George Abbott couldn't work this season for us. So I'm also happy that he went. Same thing with Jan Min Hyuk. Jan Min Hyuk showed good things, but he's still too lightweight to play for Tottenham right now. I feel like he needs to bulk up a little bit more and build some muscle and build some confidence with a lower team. That is all. I can't wait for this loan. This loan will be, in my opinion, the most exciting one, with Vuskovic, of course, in this list, because I really feel like Tyrese Hall can be a future superstar. Superstar, maybe it's a huge term, of course, but a huge player for our future. Let's say this. A player that will be very important for our future. Tyrese Hall. Alfie Devine. Yeah, someone said it. Time to sell the likes of Devine and Scarlett. No point in loaning them out every season. Vuskovic needs minutes at a good level. Won't get that Spurs. Absolutely. With yes, with Alfie Devine and Scarlett, yeah, he's going that way. They are both what, 21, 22, something like that. It's time to really understand. So if they go on loan again, I feel like after this loan we will try to sell them, maybe at the same club that we loaned them. Like that's happened a lot of time. So Hato would have been perfect. Yes, Hato would have been very good because he's an hybrid of left centre back and left back, obviously, but Chelsea's there. And unfortunately, they are trying to take every fucking player in the world, Chelsea. They're pissing me off a little bit, but what can you do, my bro? Vuskovic talent isn't meant for the bench, absolutely. If he goes to a top 5 league, I'm okay with that, especially if Takai is not so far off and he has a chance to learn. Oh, Takai also, I forgot about Takai. You're right, brother. So we have already also Takai. So I don't really feel like we need another centre back. If you want a hybrid to play him as a majorly as a fullback, that's another thing. But someone that is mainly a centre back, I'm not really sure about that because we have also Takai. We are not sending him on loan, so clearly Frank and the club have a plan for him. I can imagine that he was pushing for a loan more than Spurs did. You say Vuskovic, I can understand that if he does. No problem. Sar impressing me in preseason. My God. I don't know if there is some clips and some highlights of Sar while we talk about him, because I feel like we really, this goal was crazy, of course, we know it. Oh, Papi Sar versus Arsenal. This is just as a background as we talk about
It's Kelpie Vibes.
about this guy. Okay, so we are gonna put this as a background. Sar. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Sar. Then we keep going with all the things that you want to ask me and all the things that we want to talk. This guy this season, different. Okay? This guy this season will be different. And I'm telling you why. So I was really disappointed with Sar, okay? I was really fucking disappointed with Sar last season. Because I also, as you can see on my YouTube channel, that I'm not uploading since quite a bit, but I was uploading quite regularly 1 or 2 years ago. I made a video back then about Sar and saying how much I feel like Sar was the biggest talent that we had on the team, and how much I feel like Sar can be the difference for us into the future to try to compete for something. Okay, then Ange comes, and you start to play as a little bit deeper as a 6, trying to control the game. then a little bit further, but never really box crushing. More about keeping the tempo, more about keeping the possession, more about, and that was. I'm not saying unwatchable because that is really harsh on Sar, but that was really a hard watch because Sar was really struggling in that, was really struggling in recycling the ball, keep the ball ticking, being the deep line playmaker, making a lot of passes. He still needs to improve in certain things, especially the passes sometimes are off. But I feel like in the 2 years with Ange Postecoglou, we never use Papi Matar Sarr to his strength. Now, I'm really glad to see what I'm seeing with Sarr because in just few training session, Frank have already understood what Sarri is all about. He's a box crushing player. He's someone that if you play him further up the pitch, near the front, near the final third, he's going to be so fucking effective. His physicality is top notch, especially he needs to be the first one to press. He needs to be the first one to press, to apply that pressure. He doesn't need to be the deep line playmaker because he's not someone that have yet in his ability the one to keep up the tempo. He's not yet that deep line playmaker that we all thought he was. Because after the Milan game, if you remember a few years ago with Antonio Conte, we all thought that Sarr was a deep line playmaker because he played few passes. He's not like that. Sarr is much more than that. He's a box crushing player. He's someone that can shoot from outside of the box and score. He can go inside of the box and score. He can score a header. He can score a volley. He can score with he can score in various ways. Like we are really underestimated how much of a good ball striker is Sarr. He have multiple way to finish off. So I'm really feeling like Ange didn't really understand Sarr, and I'm really feeling like we're safe with the goal and is focusing like this or maybe here we know this. He's like how can you call it? He's like oh mute the video. Sorry, bro. Copyright. What? You can hear me, guys. Oh, I can't show these videos. I get copyright for the music or for the video. Okay, now can you hear me, guys? The music is not here. Oh yes, I understand. I can't go for the music. Okay. I can't put the music if not. Okay, I understand. Now I understand my mistake. I'm sorry, guys. I can't put music, but I need to understand it later. I will talk with some of you, and maybe we can we can understand this. But I'm saying now you can hear me fine. I'm saying we know this about Sar. Okay, we know this. The ability of really using his long strides. He's like how can you call it in English? A octopus. That's the word. He's like an octopus. He goes everywhere. If you are in the circle of 1 meter from him, he will take the ball from you. That's incredible. Okay. So that's something that we know about Sar. And in this video, we show again Maestro Luis Kelly. He have the long strides. You're not getting past him. Here we saw also few passes, of course, during the game, but bags of energy. My God, Sarri is incredible in that. Absolutely incredible. Technically needs to improve for sure. Okay, but now you can hear me, Azika. Okay, so this is the goal. Of course, this goal is textbook Pape Mater Sarr. Okay, is exactly why I was so heavy on Pape Mater Sarr. Okay, because recovering the ball with this aggression, perfect timing, and then ball striking abilities is effortless. It's fucking effortless, guys. I know that you played football, a lot of you played football. I know that it's easy to shoot from there. For Sar, it's even easier. You remember when he was playing at what was that? Metz? No, it was Metz. How fucking I don't remember where he was playing. Metz in France. He had another goal like this. I'm sure that he can get it back. He had another goal like this. So the things that I'm saying about Sarr is that I fully expect this season Sarr to be more involved in the goal scoring and also being more involved in the pressing, more involved in the recovering of the ball, and a little bit less in the deep line playmaker. That's not a role that he really suits Sarr. Okay? So you say that he's better than Rice. Rice is a very, very good player, unfortunately. Okay, so we need to make sure that he gets to that. He will get it. He will get there for sure. He's a young player, bags of talent, incredible talent, good personality. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But I need more. I need more in terms of scoring. I need more in terms of assisting. I need more in terms of presence in certain part of the game. That last season he was really lacking. Last season of Sarr was like a ghost. He was not even there last season. So that can't happen this season. And I'm sure right now that he will make his presence very sure on the team. So yeah, we need to move on Palhinha for sure, my bro, for sure. I wanted to talk about Palhinha, and I wanted to do that, but I can't show YouTube here. So I wanted to take a video of Palhinha, not showing the audio this time. Let me see. Palhinha versus. They have these kind of videos, you know. Palhinha versus France, for example. Okay, now. Okay. Joao Palhinha. So before, I want to see. We are 39 people here live. If you want to interact with me, I always love interacting with the chat. I have a clear idea in mind. I've already tweeted about that, and I'm sure that you know it maybe already. I want to know also what do you think about Palhinha, and how do you think that he can step up into the team? Because it's going to be very interesting how we utilize a player like this. I feel like as a fan base, we underestimated a lot the quality of Palhinha, okay? Because we wanted a different profile. Give mod Jaco. I don't know how to do it, my bro. I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a noob, so you need to give me the time to understand the app, and then we can do things like this. But all I'm saying is that about Palhinha, I feel like we underestimated a lot the quality of Palhinha, especially because we wanted different profiles. We wanted, not me, but in general, the people that I've seen on Twitter wanted more of a deep line playmaker, a quality player more than a quantity player. So yeah, yes, pay sign, of course. Later, DM me and we can arrange something. But all I'm saying is that everyone wanted something different, and then came Palhinha. That is basically the opposite, more or less, of what we wanted. So Palhinha is more about defending, is more about ball winning, is more about interceptions, is more about breaking the play more than building the play. So you say, but Jaco, like this, how will be the ball progression, you know? Because of one clear reason. Palhinha is one of the few players in the world that can play a lone six centrally. Lone six centrally. Lone six centrally means that the other players around him have so much more space, so much more space, so much more freedom. That alone will help our progression and our offensive phase by a lot. Because players that are not really defensive type of players don't need to really worry about the defensive side. And I'm saying this because someone said, but we already had Bentancur. We already had this guy. We already had Berbal. We already had Sarr. No one is Palhinha. No one of these guys that people say that are good defensive players are Palhinha. Those are players that can be occasionally good defensively. Bentancur, Berbal, and Sar. They are not elite defensively. They are not fucking elite defensively. The difference between a good and an elite defensive player is like night and day. All the time that Bentancur loses his head and lose his man and maybe he's not pressing very well, he gets past too easily. Same thing with Berbal, he's a little bit too hot-headed. Sometimes you can't really trust him defensively. The same goes with Sar, that is very good in terms of pressing, but sometimes he overdo the press. The thing that you will have with Palhinha is elite positioning, elite understanding of the game. And that will help Berbal, Bentancur, Sar, and everyone else to be more themselves, to understand more what they need to do offensively. Because defensively, you already have a very good player behind you. And also, the confidence that he will give to the players to press forward, it's a lot more. So, and another thing that I don't really understand that we are seeing in this video. So, no, the audio no. I need to solve this problem, but the audio no. Yeah, Palhinha, welcome to Tottenham. We will watch it later because this comp is also very interesting. The thing that you see also in this comp, other than is also that with the ball is not bad. This is a narrative that people put completely randomly. This guy is not a bad player on the ball. He's not flashy. He's not good to see. He's not good on the eye. He's not agile. Okay, but he's not bad on the ball. He have a very good range of passing, like we're seeing also in this video. Have a very good range of passing. He can switch the play. He can be someone that play the pass between the lines, especially after an interception, because as you know, after an interception, it's the best moment to really break the lines, because it's going to be very, very easy after you break the play to find a man between the lines. While if you are building up, it's going to be very tough to find a man between the lines. But Palhinha's style of play is also recovering a lot of time and passing forward, and not even joining forward. He's just passing the ball forward and say, he's like, you remember Gattuso. You know Gattuso, of course. Gattuso was different and was a different profile. But Gattuso and Pirlo had this type of relationship where Gattuso destroyed the play of the opposition team, and the next thing that he does is pass the ball to Pirlo and then fuck off. You know, more or less Palhinha, not is more technical than Gattuso, but more or less Palhinha will do that. He will recover the ball and give the ball to the offensive player. Recover the ball, give the ball to the offensive player. Help the defensive line. Help the defensive line. That's a lot. Højbjerg kind of passer, more or less. Yes, more or less. It's a very good comparison in my opinion. I feel like Højbjerg maybe a little bit better. Højbjerg was really good in terms of passing, but he's much, much worse Højbjerg in terms of defensive ability. So someone asked me, how come it didn't work at Bayer? I feel like it's very simple how it didn't work. For me, it didn't work because of the manager. Because the manager is company, okay? 1 second that I'm also... We know company, okay? No, there is no... Okay, this one? Okay. Meanwhile, we talk, there is this. Okay, company system is very similar in certain ways to Ange, more or less. Not in the same way, but they take a lot of fucking risks. A lot of responsibility on the first phase of the football. Not a lot of responsibility in terms of recovering the ball and getting on the counter attack. Not a lot of responsibility in terms of not having the ball. It's all about how much you can have the ball, how much you are in the position to keep the ball for the longest time possible, and even doing that, even unbalancing yourself a lot. So in this case, you are asking Palhinha to play in a team that will have the ball 95% of the game, 95% of the time, because Bayern, Champions League, Bundesliga, whatever you want, they will have the ball, especially with company that wants to dominate the possession. And you don't really need a destroyer like him. So I feel like in general, Palhinha is not a bad player. He's a bad fit for a system that doesn't need him. Okay, for that Bayern system, he was more about that guy on how that guy called the number 6 of Bayern, not Kimmich. The There was one young guy that I feel like fit very well the company system. That is a very good example of the type of player that company wanted. I don't really remember his name now, but no Goretzka, Pavlovic. Here we go. Thank you guys, Pavlovic. Pavlovic, in my opinion, is a complete different player than Palhinha. Pavlovic is elite when you have tight spaces, when you need to control the ball, when you need to control the possession. Pavlovic is top. Okay, Palhinha is really not that type of player. But on top of that, he's not just this, because Palhinha is also very useful in those situations, even if he's not the perfect fit, he can be very useful in every team in the world. The fact that also last season he got injured for 3 months, and for a big guy like him, with a big frame, we can say, being injured for 3 months will slow down you so fucking much. So fucking much. You won't be able almost to keep up, especially if you go back to where in a team where you don't have the starting spot. Okay, so Palhinha was injured for 3 months in a team that already didn't have his starting spot. So after the injury, he didn't get involved much, and that's it. I feel like that's more or less why it didn't work. Okay, but that doesn't mean that Palhinha is a worse player than everyone that they had at. Wow, what the fuck? 1 second. I forgot this goal about Palhinha. Wow, from 40 yards. What the fuck was that? I forgot about that. Yeah, as you can see in the video, he have some golazos, you know. He's someone that can strike the ball. He can pass the ball long. He can strike the ball from outside of the box. He's not someone that I'm expecting to score. I'm also expecting Palhinha to have because he's a completely different player, other than Sarr that I'm expecting from Sarr goals. And if Sarr doesn't bring goals, I think that he will have a bad season. Palhinha can also not bring goals all season, and he will have a very good season. Another thing very underrated about Palhinha that will add a lot into our team is physicality. Simple physicality. Like, oh, here we go. This, what we see here. On the corners, Palhinha is very good in terms of heading ability, elevation, being able to hit the ball cleanly. He got it. Frank loves the set pieces. I hope that we're going to be set piece FC. I hope not only that, of course, but if we need to be stronger in set pieces. I don't know how many goals we scored last season from set pieces. It's more maybe in the Europa League than in the Premier League. Like physicality now, we will be, in my opinion, the toughest team to beat in the Premier League because of the system, because of the physicality. And we'll also add, as you say, Brighter, we'll also add experience in the Premier League, in the Champions League, international experience. So, guys, if we want to complain about Palhinha, no one here is complaining in the chat, so I'm just talking about what I'm seeing on Twitter. But if you want to complain about Palhinha, for me, it's nonsense. For me, it's absolutely nonsense. This is a signing that you can't be against. It's a loan with an option to buy from a player that last season went for £50 million. And just one season after, for some injuries and not being really fit for the system that company wanted to play, we pay 20 million. If that's not top business, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but top business. But Arsenal did nothing against us in set piece. Already looked so much better. Absolutely, my bro. We scored 9 set piece goals last season. 9th best in the league. Yes, not even the worst possible. Oh, 11th. Okay, not good enough for me. For the team that wants to be top 4, you need to be top 4 in set piece. You need to be top 4 in set piece. You need to be very good at that. And I feel like this season we can. We can be very fucking good at set pieces. So more or less, I feel like this is an extremely fucking smart sign and something that we can't be against. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ange gave it pretty much no priority. That's the thing that I'm saying. You remember when Ange was saying, for me, set pieces are not really part of the game. He said it at some point. I don't treat set pieces, I don't treat corners as a part of the game, more or less, he was saying. That was for me a little bit tough. And you can also see why the opposition team had so much fortune against us and against Vicario, that clearly Vicario is not the strongest man in the world in terms of set piece. At the same time, we didn't help him. We didn't help him at all. Because it's almost like we didn't study. It's almost like we didn't study what could have happened against us. We just went for the flow, with the flow. That's it. Thoughts on Hoyan Sunset. Hoyan Sunset, what a fucking player, Hoyan Sunset. Love Hoyan Sunset. Don't feel like he's anywhere near possible for us because he's Basque, because he have a very huge release clause, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of Basque players have a huge release clause, but he is a top player. Love it. Physicality. He is a box crushing player. His ball striking is incredible. He can do many things in midfield. He's more of a finisher as a midfielder, but he can also be a box to box. He can be a presence in midfield. He can be a physical presence. Love it. Oyan Sunset, but I didn't hear a lot about Sunset in this season, so I'm not really buying hype into a player. I need the 10 Bomba by Wednesday. Yes, we need also to talk about before end. I will have other 30 minutes, then I will end more or less the stream. This is let's say a test stream, and then we will have better streams going forward. But I'm saying with the number 10, we need to talk about the number 10, because in this moment we are in the absolute mud. We have in one way not El Cuti Romero, sorry, Kulusevski being out until January, February, who knows. Madison might be the last game that we really see Madison play at the high level. I will sound very, very negative, but this is 2 times the same injury after we gave him time to recover from the injury. Okay, we didn't rush back Madison. Okay, we gave it time. It was a non-contact injury. After he got injured, he's 28, 29. He will have a season off. Madison. So we need a number 10. We need a creative midfielder. Is Eze the guy? Yes. In this moment, is Eze the guy? Is one of the guys that I want is Eze. Because he's creative, he can drive the ball, he can get plays in 1-against-1, he's a good passer, he's a good finisher, and he will add a lot more in our attack. Is Eze coming to Tottenham? Unfortunately, he's going to Arsenal probably. So we need to understand Nico Paz. Nico Paz will be the best one by a million miles, even better than Eze. Nico Paz, if we can get Nico Paz from Como, it's crazy. Chad, Yak on YouTube feels cursed. In what way cursed? All we need is pass. Absolutely. All we need is pass. All we need is pass. Yes, he's the guy that we need. But unfortunately, I hate this. Because he's so gettable. He's in Como, fucking hell. It's Simmons, Yak. He's our main guy. He's our main target. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Not Lange works in silence gimmick is working. We don't see anything. I have no idea. I really have no idea. There was Sule. Sule can be a very good number 10. Absolutely brilliant number 10. He's not yet, but he can become one. So we have options around. Views on no outgoings till now. I'm not panicking because I feel like we will sell for sure. I feel like we are keeping the selling a little bit last. Now we got two signings. I feel like the next move would be selling someone and then getting another one. That's what I'm predicting. So it's the 4th of August. In the next week, I'm predicting someone getting out, especially Bissouma. Bissouma, in my opinion, will be the one that will leave us. Bissouma will leave us. So let's see what's going on Twitter. Oh, there. Okay. Let's see this team for. Lazio couldn't sell water in the desert. No good fullbacks available to sign. That's not true. I saw the fullback of that West Ham got it. That guy is good. That guy is fucking good. That guy is going to be a problem. That's left back from West Ham that they just signed this season. Youth. Feel like he's going to be very good. So this is that Kyle is telling us. So Vicario, Romero, Van de Ven, Pedro Porro, Spence, yes. Palhinha, Sar, absolutely. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I don't know if I will do Bentancur. Why no super chats? I don't know nothing, bro. So I'm Silver Surfer. I'm sorry. It's the first live on YouTube, so I need to understand and to know more things. So if you want to help, you're free to help. Okay? I don't know how this works. Hi, Hudziko. Hi, brother. Lovely to see you. Now that Son left, sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract. So Kudus centrally, yes, he's a very good option, please. My only problem, guys, is that we play PSG. Let's be real. PSG is much better than us. Can we say it without crying, without being offended? Yes, we can. So I would go with Johnson out. Oh, I'm not monetized because I need to build back the 3,000 minutes because the last video that I put on YouTube was 1 year ago. So I need to build back everything, but it's not a problem. I enjoy being live. So I feel like the more I will be live, the more we will get closer to that. So all I'm saying is that I will go out Johnson, putting Kudus wide, and Sar as a number 10, and play Bentancur. That's what I would do. Being very compact in the middle with Palhinha, Sar, and Bentancur. Very strong and very fast on the wide areas, Odobert, Johnson, and Solanke up front. I feel like that can work much better than this against PSG. But this is a good idea. It's not a bad idea for sure. So yes, also Dober. Someone is saying on the comments on this tweet, also Dober can play central attacking midfield. I feel so. And he said Angel tried Dober attacking midfield and it was a disaster. He's not a disaster, Dober as an attacking midfielder. I feel like he have a future as an attacking midfielder also. Tell over Johnson on the wing with Odobert, the right winger, you say. Okay. I would go still with Bentancur, but yes, that can be also, Tell need to show a little bit more. I believe in Tell. I know that guy is talented. But there is still something off. Last time, in front of the goal, missing that goal, confidence is not very high. He's not really agile to play on the wide areas. He's not showing the clinical factor to play as a striker. So he's still someone that is developing. Tell you will become a very good player, and I don't know, striker, winger, I don't know, but he's still developing a lot. Diouf is more of a wingback than a fullback. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. He's so fucking aggressive, so direct. His ball striking is incredible. I love it. Where is Son? Brother, unfortunately, it is what it is, you know. Unfortunately, Son is on his way out and is undeniable in this moment. I hope that he will stay here for the final. I hope that he can be, because from the bench, he can be still a very effective player. But I don't believe that Son will start in any shape or form in this PSG game for sure. Hayako, what's the point of long balls if we are not winning it? It's not about winning the long balls, and against Newcastle didn't work very well, but is going to work very well if we are more physical and if we are more brave with the second ball. I feel like against Arsenal, we played the ball long and we won a lot of second ball. If you win the second ball, you basically did everything that you need to do. So Tel did quite well trying to work and try to shield those long balls, but as Surendra is saying, Solanke will be much better in that. Okay, Solanke will be a point of reference of long balls. Get to Solanke. Maybe Solanke will not cleanly get the ball, okay, but he will put up a fight, and the second ball would be ours. If we win the second ball, we're already in the final third. So I feel like this season we need to be sure that we know that we won't see anymore that build up from the back and getting to the goal with 250 passes. It will be more of one pass, the right pass, winning the second ball, we are through on goal. You saw it. I feel like I will find the pass for pass. Someone, I'm sure that someone clipped that. Let's go.
From Pat Matasar.
Okay, so this is the perfect example, you know. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. 9 players here. Okay, so we have 2 players that we don't see. The thing that we will see more and more is this, because Newcastle at the same time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2 against 2. 2 against fucking 2. That's huge in football. A 2 against 2 that gets on the feet of the right player is a goal. At least is a shot on goal. Okay, so what we do here? Pressure. We invite the pressure. I remember 8 players out of the picture. 1 second, that lagged a little bit. Okay, my connection is not working. Let's see if I can. Okay, 1 second. That my connection wasn't working.
Excellent tackle from Pat.
Okay, so here 8 players out. What we do? Apply pressure. And what we do here? Boom! That's all I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. We have a player that in this particular thing, is the best fullback in the fucking world. After Trent Alexander-Arnold. Okay? There is no one better than him, than Pedro Porro, to do these long balls. So, what you see right now, 2 against 2, 2 against 3, this guy really needs to run fast to go back. But it's a 2 against 2. If we will play this way, we will get so many more points. Because now you don't even need to unbalance yourself. Now we were 1-0 up, and here with one pass, we are in the position to score the second one. And if we score the second one, the game is over. Especially with the setup that Frank is using. So now here, Son
Pedro Porro
is not anymore the Son that we know. He's not anymore the electric player that we know. So we didn't
Excellent tackle from Pat Matasar.
But you can imagine.
And he and Brennan Johnson with some lovely touches. Move that away, and
Hi,
Pedro
Michael
Porro with
Jackson.
a ping
So,
out to
I don't know if you're
Min-son.
the real one, but I appreciate your comments. Why don't
Excellent
we go for
tackle
RB
from
Elliott
Pat
or James
Matasar.
McAtee or Justin Kluivert and
And
just
he and Brennan Johnson with some lovely
music.
touches.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Okay, now you can hear me maybe. I need to get better with this echo stuff that is absolutely destroying this fucking live. So why we don't go for RB Elliott, James McAtee, Justin Kluivert, Jack Grealish now that we haven't got Kulu or Madison? So RB Elliott, James McAtee. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of RB Elliott. I don't like him too much. Like he's I don't know. I feel like he's a little bit limited. These short strides. I don't really like the way that he plays in general. I have a very good left foot, but I don't feel like he's the type of player that we need. James McAtee for me is more talented, but still very small guy. The physicality is going to be a problem. Justin Kluivert is another player that failed in a lot of good teams like Roma, like other, and then he find his way with Bournemouth. Jack Grealish, I already talked about it. I'm not a huge fan of Jack Grealish, especially for the wages, for the price, and for everything that is coming with him. So there are four players that, in my opinion, are overpriced. Are absolutely overpriced. RB Elliott, James McAtee, Kluivert, and Grealish. I feel like we can find, like, for example, you can find Sule for less than Grealish, and in my opinion, is more effective. You can find basically Nico Paz at the same at the same price of James McAtee, more or less. So I don't know. El Canus is someone that I prefer in terms of also physicality and technically is sublime, absolutely sublime. El Canus. He would be cheaper also. So I think that that guy should be our our number 10 if we need one, and we need one for sure. So now I'm going to end this stream. So guys, it's the first one, okay? Be nice with me. I'm sorry if I've really hurt your ears with that echo. I'm really sorry about that. I will work on that. I will improve. And next time we will have also a face cam. Okay? So next time we can talk and you can watch myself. So I feel like this started very well. I love that you've been here and you've been commenting and interacting with me. So it's very nice. I really appreciate it, and I hope that we will grow a lot here on YouTube, because on Playback we had a beautiful community. On Playback, an absolutely beautiful community. I loved it. Loved every single minute of it. But here we can grow even more together. We can really build a community that is strongest, that is stronger, and we can really put ourselves as one of the channel for content for Tottenham. That I don't want to, but I feel like as Tottenham fans we need that in general. I feel like we need something new, and I'm ready. I'm ready to try to go on YouTube this time. So thank you so much for being here for the first live, and see you soon. I'm trying to be more consistent also because I need to build back all the minutes that I need to get back to unlock the super chat and all that kind of stuff. So very happy to see you here. I hope that you will keep supporting me on this YouTube channel, and